My parents made the decision of trying to better themselves and also give us a better future, and they decided to immigrate.
Same here is like with my brothers, they're all U.S. citizens, but my mom and dad are not.
I lived here since I was 6 years, 5 years old, 6 years old. If I get deported to Mexico, I don't really know anything about Mexico. I've made my life here. I consider myself basically American. I've lived here my whole life. I don't know anything else. Me, our daughter is a blessing, and I would like to make sure that I continue being in this country and see her grow up.
Yesterday, President Trump announced that the DACA program would be discontinued. DACA stands for Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, and President Obama created the DACA program to protect immigrant youth who had come here as children.
DACA has been an opportunity for kids to be protected and not be deported, and to have the opportunity to have a working permit that allows our youth to have better jobs, to go to school, and as well to get their driver license.
DACA has given a lot of people that hope, and to explain that we are here and we are studying, we are being part of the community.
Over 800,000 DACA beneficiaries in the United States now have to worry that in the coming months they'll lose protection from deportation and lose the right to work.
How immigrants do affects our economy, it affects our future. 1/3 of the county's residents are immigrants, nearly half of the workforce, and nearly 2/3 of the children have at least one immigrant parent. We have about 950,000 immigrants who lack legal documentation, but about 60% of them have been in the country for longer than 10 years. Every deportation is much more likely to reach into a family and rip it apart, to reach into a business and disrupt its operations, to reach into a community or a community institution like a church and shred the fabric of that community.
The trauma this is creating in families is just a disaster for our community in Los Angeles. It doesn't seem right when an unrepresented immigrant who speaks no English has to go up against a highly trained prosecutor, and the government has said that children as young as 3 years old can be taught immigration law and can represent themselves. The LA Justice Fund is a partnership between private philanthropy and local government, including the City of Los Angeles and the County of Los Angeles, to fund legal representation for undocumented immigrants. Los Angeles needs to ensure that its legal service community has robust support so that we can hold our government accountable and protect the rights of all of our citizens, regardless of immigration status, regardless of color, regardless of income.
We have the responsibility to show the rest of the country you can welcome immigrants, and at the end of it you get a cultural mix that enriches everyone, you get an economy that can thrive, and you can have a civic culture that has multiple on-ramps for people to participate.
At the end of the day, we all are human beings, regardless if you consider yourself as an immigrant. We hold the same values, the same love for our families, the same love for our communities.
The advice I'd give to other DACA recipients was to stay fearless. Know that there are people out there that do care.
We have a story and we are here. Seeing our daughter grow up is the main thing that is going to keep us alive here and fighting for everything.